Hey guys, James here, and today we are back with another Reserve League race here at Brazil. If you don't know who I am, I'm Cadwell or James, and it's my first time here with you with the Reserve League. So hello to everyone who is here watching the Reserve League for the first time. And let's have a look at the championship. So it's Ed Williams leading the championship. Second is Luke Bailey. Third is Quintin. Fourth is Nibeni. And just to tell you that Ed Williams is on 98 points. Luke Bailey on 82. Quintin on 78. And Nibeni on 63 points. Irish New Potato is next on 33 as well. So there are your top lot in the championship. And just to give you an idea of what's happening in the race right now, it is Luke Bailey leading from Irish New Potato, from Ed Williams, from Quintin, Xander, Serge, Real J, Mad G, Raj Deep Pool, Ryan Van Doom, Cassidy, Kari, Nathan, Alad, Mason Harris, The Spit Dog, Senna Martins, Sonic Hawk, James, TLH, and Nibeni, who is up there in the championship, but not, I repeat, he is not up there at the moment to get a good finish. He could do it at the end, because it's a long race, but I doubt it. So then here we go then as we head to the grid right now to park the cars on their grid spots and then get away with this race. Here we do 36 laps of Brazil. Should be interesting as there's the last two now heading to the grid. They are here, so it's very close at the top of the championship as we say here today, but it's all going to be playing out. And this penultimate round of this championship here, but there's only like 6 rounds this championship was, so good to see all of them here as the lights now come on at the line. Red lights are on. And we're green, and away we should be going, but we're not at the moment, so we're probably on 5 lights for them now. And we're green now, we are for the actual race, and away they go, here they do. Luke gets a cracking start, but Irish New Potato does as well. Ed now is looking good as well, trying around the outside of Irish New Potato, but down the order, Serge has gone up a position, Mad G's gone up a position. Cassidy's got a position. Down the order is Raj DePaul has gone down and is not doing very well at the moment. He's made a little spin at corner 1, as you can see there on your screens. Serge down the inside of Xander he goes. Well, past Xander he goes there, up into P5, but it's still Luke from Irish New Potato, from Ed Williams here at the front of your field here, and we are now halfway around your first lap of this circuit. We are here, what a race this is going to be here today. As you can see, Nathan there leading the position. He is there. Mason Harris has made a little mistake because Mason Harris has now lost the position to Alad and James TRH as he now tries to overtake James TRH in the background. You probably can see him there. They are. Look, here he is coming up the inside now of James TRH. Is he going to make it stick? I don't know if he is. It looks like maybe he is. We're now on board with the Spit Dog as he now heads to try and finish his lap off here. Alad and James TLH now having a little scrap, and James TLH makes his way past Alad there. He goes up into P14. He goes. Luke at the fastest lap of 1:15.502 for first lap of the race, and Mad G has a problem with his car already and has to come in to the pit stop here. Mad G does, and do a pit stop here, which is not good for Mad G to see that it isn't. As we now head around here, yellow flags are in sector 1, that must be a crash or just a slowing car. Who is that? It might have been James TLH going on the grass a bit, because it could have gone on the grass a bit here and lost position. He has now to Spit Dog. He's lost position to Nibeni, he's lost position to Mason Harris and to Sonic Hawk. Here he has. Great for Nibeni actually, from 20th to 14th already in about a lap and a half. It is absolutely brilliant here to see, as your leaders are still the same at the top. As we head now and have a look at Serge. Here we do, as we've just on board with second there we were, Ed Williams now on board. And if you don't know why this is going up late, it's because I couldn't record this on the day, and I couldn't record on the time. So thanks to Lee for recording the race and letting me overdub it. I do appreciate it, Lee. Thanks, Lee. As Luke Bailey 1:11.410 there for your leader. Very quick lap there it is. The Benny now is past the Alad there. He is very nice for him there to dip another position up to P13 from P20. Very nice indeed. But here goes Irish New Potato. Down inside he goes here. Is he going to make it stick? No, he doesn't. The door is shut. And that means that he cannot make it past. Here it isn't. But let's see what Serge, Quintin, Ed Williams, J Real, Xander, Cassidy and Senna Martins can do to try and catch up to the front lot. And maybe, you never know, pass them and get the lead of the Grand Prix. It's interesting to say, but it could be the case here today, as we've only literally had three. We're about halfway around your third lap right now, as we're looking now at Kari, we are, and Nibeni. Nibeni, a great race from him actually, because he's up to P13 from last on the grid. That is an absolute storming start from him. Maybe the back lot aren't as quick as he thought they would get, or aren't as quick as the top lot, but he's doing his job, he's doing his best, as we say at the moment, as it looks like there's going to be a down inside here. There is Irish New Potato. Has he made it stick? He has! Wow, Irish New Potato into the lead of the Grand Prix. Luke Bailey down to P2, and that was just an easy move down inside into corner, in corner 1-2 section. There it was, very easy move there it was. And we're now looking on board with Luke. Here we are, trying to see if he can keep up with Irish here, but he can't because he's 0.5 behind already. He has made that 0.3 now, he is, but there's a little bit of battle here, there is, and has he made this stick? Down inside he goes, and he has. Nibeni through past Kari, there he goes. Lovely move there it is, but will Kari fight back, or will a lad fight Kari to this position? No, it's staying as it is now, but what a move from Nibeni up to P12, and when you're currently 4th in the championship, as I say, you need some luck on your side, and that was some luck. Like, I've never seen that much luck before, but he's had that luck there, he has there, and it is paying dividend, as I say here. So it's Ed Williams, Luke Bailey, Quintin and Nibeni who are your top 4 in the championship, and it's a 111.370 for Irish Nude Potato. So it's Irish in the lead from Luke, from Ed, from Quintin, from Serge. It is here, and then down in P12 is Nibeni, but he did qualify last, so maybe he didn't set a time, or maybe he didn't do a good time in this race, or had a qualifying ban. We do not know. As a lad gets past Kari there, he does in the background. He was there, but Luke ever so close now to the leader. He is here trying to push. Ed Williams is trying to push Luke as well around the circuit. Here he is. Just to give you an idea today, Luke needs to win the race. He does, and hope Ed doesn't finish in the top 3 today. And if that happens today, then Ed, I think, as Luke goes down the inside of Ed here. So Ed goes down the side of Luke, here he does, and does he make it stick? No, he doesn't, and Luke keeps the position for now, but Ed will have a great run down out the last corner here, out these couple of corners here, into the DRS zone, and then they'll try an overtaking rule here. This is going to be an amazing overtaking, he can do it here, as here goes Ed now, he does, now pop to DRS, because that's the line there, where them 2 little markers are on the side of the thing, down the inside he goes. Now, has he got past Luke here into corner 1? I think he has, yes he has indeed. Through past Luke he goes, but Luke, what is happening today for Luke? He's not performing to his best he can be here today. So what basically I'm going to say here is, if Luke had to win this race today and hope Ed did not come 2nd or 3rd, and then he would be leading the championship today, he would. Quintin just needs today to do the best he can and hopefully get to the top of the championship there, as one of the drivers there gets a 3-second time penalty, or a penalty there they do. And there he goes, Irish New Potato, as I'm saying, just needs to get some points on the board to hopefully battle his way up the order. Here he's New Potato's on 33 points. If he wins today and does well tomorrow, and does well next round, which will be Abu Dhabi, then he will do bits. He will, of course, he will get the points and win the championship. He will not win the championship, but try and battle 3rd, then he will. Coming into last round here he will, but Nibeni here needs to just put some points on the board just to say to himself he can do it, as he's up to 11th already, past Nathan now. He is there, so I didn't see that in the background, but he is. As we're looking now at Serge, as he heads now around the circuit. Here we are. Very nice indeed these races are today. It's lovely to see all of this happening today. It is with this race. It's a brilliant race to watch. So far we've had quite a few overtakes, and it's been really nice to see. Here it is, as we're now looking further down the order at Nibeni now, trying to get past Ryan Van Doom here. Ryan Van Doom is in this championship, he is currently down in P15, but still has raced a few of these rounds this year, has not did not start the Italy round, but started every other round this year, and he's had 2 DNFs and 1 point score finish. So here goes Nibeni, down the inside he goes, and cleanly past Ryan Van Doom. There he goes. He does there. But it's easy to say at the end of the day that this championship isn't a good championship, because people might say that to some championships, and maybe even this one, that it's not a good championship. It looks good at the moment. It's a reserve league at the end of the day, but it looks good at the moment. As we're now looking at the order, here we are. As looking back at Raj Kapoor now in P17. Now we are. What's he going to do here? James TLH in the pit lane. So some problem with his car then he needed to sort out, and he's about to come out of the pit lane any minute now. Now he makes his way out of the pit lane and is back on circuit because the pit thing runs off the screen. And as I say here, I haven't told you already, what tyres are we going to be doing this race? Well, the soft runners today can do around 13 to 16, maybe 17 laps on the softs. Mediums, you're looking around 20 to 24, 25. And for hard, you're looking 26 to maybe 30. I would look to say maybe around 30 laps on this race for the hards here today. As there goes Raj Kapoor down the inside of Sonic Hawk and gets through. There he does, but Sonic Hawk makes a mistake and goes wide, and that could lose him a position, and it does. The Spit Dog makes his way through there, does the Spit Dog. There goes the Spit Dog, and there we go. Spit Dog up into P17 he goes, and Sonic Hawk in literally a couple of corners there, down to P18 he goes, which is not good for him, but still okay at the end of the day. Now we're looking at Mason Harris, here we are. What can he do on Kari here, or Carey? Can he make his way through here or not? James still hates the 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That's a shame. There it is. As we're looking now at what Mason can do, here we are, still on board with him. Oh, a little twitch there for Mason. Maybe I've lost him a couple of tenths, a couple of hundredths, I mean. Like literally it'll probably lose you about 0.01 of a second there. It's a very short little twitch. If you twitch this guy around the circuit at any point, it could lose you a bit of time. Around here it could, and that won't say anything. As we're now looking as we cross the line now towards Mason, as Nathan now pits for the soft tyres, thinking, Nathan thinks anyway, the softs have done, I don't need the softs anymore, 8 laps is enough on the softs. Well, maybe you're right, but maybe you're not, as Mason gets a 3-second time penalty. He does now. Oh no, just a front wing change actually, so back onto the softs he goes, and it's only a front wing change, and so I'm still going to put my prediction out there, saying 13 to 16 laps is the pit window today, I would say, for softs. Mediums, you're looking at 20 laps if you really want to do 20 laps. If there's a safety car before that, of course, you can, of course, come in and pit for tyres, because that would be a good opportunity to do it. It would. As we're looking at Mason Harris as they head around the circuit now, they do. Mason now down into the corners here we do. Haven't really seen the top lot yet, but it is still on lap 9. Irish Luke Potato leading, Ed Williams second, third Luke Bailey, fourth Quintin, and fifth Serge. If you are new, guys, and haven't already, please just subscribe down below and click that notification bar so you see here every race when it goes up. And of course, if you are new to just watching this video and you haven't already, please do smash a like on this, and if you are here watching, smash a like as well, would be appreciated. It would indeed. As we're looking now at a little bit, no battle really here. Mason was close enough that time, but about 0.6, and he then about 0.4, sorry, and then he went to the corner here. It's now 0.6, so he's not that close enough really to make his move past. As Kari in front of him gets a 3-second time penalty, he does, which is annoying probably for Mason. There it is. Not annoying for Mason, but annoying for Kari, I would say, at the end of the day, because you've lost a lot of time there in this race today, I would say. So half race distance today will be around it, but James TLH is 1:11.326 as fastest lap. So as I was saying, half race distance today is around lap 19 of this Grand Prix. So that is half race distance for you, and I think everyone here is just going to hope to get to half race distance then pit. I think maybe they will do that, or maybe they'll come in around 13 to 16 as I predicted. It's hard to say really, because you don't know at the end of the day what's going to happen. You don't. As we see Nathan get a 3-second time penalty now for warnings, as we're now looking back from Luke at Quint. Looking back from Luke, we were a second ago, but now we're looking from Quintin at Luke. Luke hasn't had a great start. He hasn't, but he was first, and now he's down to third, and it's not the best he could have done. But at the end of the day, you're still in the podium position. You're still going to take it. As Mason there past Kari, he goes in the background. Didn't see it because we can't. but down, he's up to P13 now, he is. But what a race this has been for Nibeni, by the way. From 20th, he's now already up to P10, and that is quality. There it is. As here we go then with Senna Martin on Cassidy here. What can Senna do on Cassidy? He has here. Can he do anything on Cassidy actually? That's kind of what we're going to know here. Can Senna do anything on Cassidy to make his way past? If he can, that'll be good. If he can't, it'll still be good. It would to see what he can do around Cassidy. So then, as can Senna actually get past Cassidy here? It looks like he might do. Here it is. They head now up the hill. Now they go into the last one. And there is the DRS zone. If you didn't know where the DRS zone is, it's a little bit further away from the line. I thought it'd be a little bit closer to the pit entrance, but it's not. It's a bit further away from the pit entrance, really. It is, and that is a surprise for me, really. We'll show you next lap where it is, because it's interesting to tell you around here. It's interesting where it is at the circuit, really is, could have said. But we're now looking at what Nibeni can do here. Can he make his way past here? Can he? Nibeni 4 seconds, sorry, behind Senna. There he is, but a lad actually closing up to Ryan Van Doom, and Kari here looking to get past Mason Harris down the inside. Here he looked down the outside as well, but there was nowhere for both of them to go there wasn't here, and it's interesting to see there it is what actually happened. Just to tell you all what's coming up next week, every league except the Premier Division are heading to Abu Dhabi. We are, because sadly the Premier Division only had about 7 or 8 drivers racing, or 6 or 7, sorry, on Thursday. That we are not going to go there. We're not, sadly. But that's every league is though, so that's going to be good though to see. As we're now looking at Nathan and James TLH, who has the fastest lap, by the way, in last positions. That means nobody in the top 10 will get it. Senna has made the move past Cassidy. Now he has up into P8. He goes. Will Cassidy fight back and maybe try and get back through here? Cassidy, will he? As Senna now, here he is. Let's see what Cassidy can do there. No, Cassidy does not decide to go back through. If he did decide to go back through there, we didn't see it. And no, he didn't. He's not through, so staying in P8 is Cassidy for now, which is, I would say, quite alright for Cassidy to do. But at the same time, it's not the best option to do, I would say, if I was Cassidy at this stage of the race, because Senna's not battling for championship or anything. He's not in this league. He's reserving for the reserve league. And if you're in the championship yourself, Cassidy, let me just check if you are very quickly. You're up in P7, so you probably want to get past Senna with minimal effort, and hope that Senna doesn't keep you behind for the actual race on this, for your championship standing wise here today. But we're looking now further up the field, and it's lovely to see that Ed has closed right up now to the back of Irish New Potato. So around now, I'd say, is when the pit stop window is open. Here it is, and it's around 13 to 16 laps. I would classify this as pit stop window opening, but I don't know if it will. As we'll see if the drivers do make it in this time or not. But Ed looking closer this time at the S's section as they head into the full S's section. Now they do. Further down the order we look now, and we look at Zander now on the back of J Wheel. Can Zander make his way past J Wheel here? Let's see if Zander can. Nope, Zander cannot get past J Wheel at this moment in time. But he's looking like he wants to try and get past under this here. As he now breaks into the next corner. Here he does, and away. Zander here, in my opinion, is looking like he really wants to get past here. He does, and try and keep a position. Here he does here. As we're now looking at this one here, as we're starting now, we are lap number 15. As there your top 2 now into the S section. There they are. They've got a massive gap. The top 2 up here. As J Wheel comes into the pit lane, so it is around 13-14 laps then on them soft compound of tyre then, as J Wheel comes in. Is J Wheel can do anything here? Cassidy looks like he may be close to Senna here, but Senna down the inside of Zander. Has he got past Zander here? Has he? Yes, he has. Senna through past Zander he goes, up into P6. Great move there for Senna. He is there, as you can see now. J Wheel and Kari in the pit lane to change from their soft tyres. It's around, for some drivers they want to do it 13-14 laps in, For some drivers, they want to wait a little bit longer so they get the best performance out of the tyres, so they're nearly pretty much dead, and then come in and set another set of tyres on and make them till the end. It's you can either do 2 stops around here, which is soft, soft, medium. You can do 1 stop, which is soft and medium, or you can do 2 stops, or you can do soft to hard. Soft to hard will probably not be the best option, I would say, as Mad G has retired from session in sector 1. It says the yellow flags are. Maybe he's retired in the pit lane, I don't know. Maybe he crashed out sector 1. We have no idea for Mad G there, but he has left the session. He has there as Luke pits now, so Luke is coming into pit. He is here. It'll be interesting to see what Luke actually does in the pit lane, what he goes on to here. It'll be interesting. Here, but Serge does not pit, he doesn't. And Senna, does he pit? No, he doesn't. So doesn't Xander. What is it? Luke onto the mediums. Ooh, interesting. As Cassidy gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Poor Cassidy there for that. But it's the medium compound of tyre for the choice today. So that's what it's going to be then. And that's what it is. As we can see right now, we can, and what's happening further up the field, as Cassidy comes up the pit lane, it will do in a second as Rajdeep gets past him, and he heads up the pit lane. So it's Irish New Potato in the lead, from Ed Williams, from Quintin, from Serge, from Senna Martins, from Xander, from Nibeni here. It is, but just to tell you that the guys, they haven't pitted yet. The first pit stop winner is Luke Bailey. So Luke Bailey here, hopefully fingers crossed, can close the gap up to Nibeni here and try and get the lead of the race when these guys all pit, if they all pit the same amount of rallies. Here at James TLH gets past Calvi there, down in the order he does. As Senna taps the walls, he heads into the pit lane. Oh no! Poor old Senna there, tapping the walls, he heads into the pit lane there, he does. That is not good to see there, it's not. But as you can see right now, as all the cars are heading around the circuit, it's lovely to see this race today. It is how the race was actually, what race this one. It is because it really shows just some good gritty racing today. It's really good to see. And today as here goes, nope, he does not try Ed there, doesn't, but Ed wants to try and get past Senna now. We'll come out the pit lane now, I would say around P12, P13, Senna will come out the pit lane. As we're looking further down the order, here we are, as Cassidy now on Rajdeep here. Cassidy, what's he going to do now? Is he going to make his way past Rajdeep here? No, he's not. He decides probably to stay behind this lap and then go next lap. Irish New Potato and Ed Williams are nearly at the end of the lap, so nearly coming around to the pit stops. In a minute they will, so that'll be interesting to see. It would be interesting to see if they actually do come in or not. Nope, they're going to stay out for one more lap then. So they're playing the long game today, they are. Ed Williams gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Probably just cutting that corner there in sector 1. Cost you a lot of, it doesn't cost you much time, I mean, but it cost you a lot because you actually get a penalty for it, and that means a lot. As into the pit lane now comes Nibeni and comes Xander, here they do. And it looks to me like it's going to be a free ride here for the scrap. Here it is. And what's going to happen is Senna. Oh my goodness me, Senna's done it beautifully there. Senna in front of J Wheel and Mason Harris. Mason Harris was in the middle of them two there. It was J Wheel 8th, 9th Mason Harris, 10th Senna. And Senna has just breezed past both of them here. But here goes J Wheel down the inside of Senna. Has he made the move stick? No, he has not made the move stick. Oh my goodness me, what a move from Senna that was there. Absolutely brilliantly there it was. We now look at the guys who cut pit lane. We have Xander from Nibeni, from Rajdeep, there it is. That's your order as they come out the pit lane. So Xander and Nibeni beat Rajdeep, sorry. They do there. But into the pits comes Irish New Potato. Ed does not come into the pit lane and Ed decides I'll give you one more lap and then pit. I think that's what it's going to do anyway, is Irish New Potato now heads around. Same for Serge and same for Quintin. They've done the same, not deciding to pit this time. It was maybe a bad strategy because Irish New Potato then will try and get the lead back of this Grand Prix. He will be out, I think, in front of Luke here. I think he will. It'll be nip and tuck, I think, between Irish and Luke, but I think Irish will just make it out of the Luke here as Luke now heads into corner 1 and to corner 2. So I do believe he will, as Senna there gets past the lad. Up to P7 now he goes, and yep, Irish is way ahead of Luke now. Look, there he is, looking, there's Luke. So you've got, yeah, definitely past, there he is, as there's a battle here, there is. I think they're maybe still side by side. They are still side by side here. Has J Wheel made his way past the lad here? He has, yes he has, up into position. Same for Mason Harris. He's got through and Senna's made a mistake. Senna has made a mistake. Don't know what happened there. He clipped the grass, I think, over there, Senna. And he made a mistake with Senna now. On board we go with him into the corner. And he makes another mistake. He goes wide. Oh no. And he loses a position to Zander and Nibeni. He does there. But poor old Senna, he's made a massive mistake there, going wide. Why has he gone wide? Because he's lost a bit of his front wing. He's lost his right end plate. When you're looking on the car there, when you're looking at the car there, it's the left side of the end plate. But when you're on board with the car, it's the right side of the end plate. And he's lost. And you can see the replay again there. Just goes wide because of his end plate. And just loses the position there, he does. Which is a surprise. And then back on board. And then he gets overtaken by Raj Paul. As now we're back live, ladies and gentlemen, as into the pit lane comes Ed Williams and comes Quintin. So Ed and Quintin comes into the pit lane, they do. As we're now looking at Nibeni, here we are as they head around the circuit. Now they do, and Nibeni has tapped the back of Zander. He's tapped the back of Zander. I don't think it'll be front wing damage, but it might be a bit of annoyance for Ed. For Nibeni, there it is, the back of Zander, there it is. As the front lot here are coming out the pit lane now, they are. And heading around now with Senna. In the pit lane comes Senna Martins to change that front wing. No, he doesn't change the front wing. He's retired himself from the Grand Prix. Wow. Senna deciding he's had enough then and not wanting to pit, not wanting to do anything else in this race. Which is a real shame for Senna because he was racing this race really well today, Senna was. And having a stormer of a race there he was. And we're now heading around the first couple of corners now we are with these guys. As in a minute, James and Cassidy, Kari, and James battling away with each other. Oh, and James and Cassidy and Kari, are out of the Grand Prix. Don't know where that happened, we didn't see it, but the safety car has been deployed. Here it has, and they are out of the Grand Prix. So as the safety car has been deployed, it's a great strategy. Here it is for Serge, because he can go in the pit lane. You can hear Raj Japal has been given a drive-through penalty for just going a bit over his doubter. It's easy to be doing. I've done it before, so. It is, but Serge, where's he going to come out here as he puts on the soft tyres and away he goes now. It's mediums to soft for him. You can either do two shots. You can do, as I said, there's the soft mediums, there's the soft to mediums, there's the softs to hards, there's the mediums to softs. You can do, and they're pretty much your strategies you can do. If you start on the hards, then it's hards to softs, easily be done there. It can. There's a few in the pit lane now. They are, as you can see on the side of the screen, squabbling away to get positions. Go hit a lad speeding in the pit lane, gets a 5-second time penalty. James TLH decides he's had enough of watching and wants to not watch this race anymore, which is fair enough because he has of course crashed out this race, which is a disaster for him, but it is. Oh no! I don't think Spit Dog knew Nibeni was going to be in the pit lane, and Spit Dog has somehow been held up in the pit lane as we now watching Sonic Hawk who were there, and he's now putting his tyres on his Spit Dog, but he won't be last because Nathan has literally only just come in the pit lane. But that is unbelievable. There it is. He'll be kicking himself, maybe cursing, maybe he will there, because of how bad that was. He won't be too upset because Nathan's coming out behind him, but he'll be like, oh my god, why are you in the pit lane? Like that he'll be there, and it's unbelievable. There it is to see as we're now looking at Sonic Hawk trundle around the circuit. Here we are. As he gets a penalty there, 3-second time penalty with multiple warnings. Don't know why, but he does. So it's Irish New Potato in the lead from Ed Williams from Serge in third. Fourth is Jay Wheel. Fifth is Cassidy. Sixth is Zander. Seventh is Luke Bailey. Eighth is Quintin. Ninth is Ryan Van Doom. And 10th is Mason Harris. Just to give you the order of the championship in today, it will stay at the top of the championship. Ed will stay at the top if it stays as it is. From Luke, from Quintin, from Irish New Potato, from Cod Oliver it will be from Cassidy. But when you look at Cassidy and Cod Oliver though, they are currently in 6th and 7th. Here they are. Cod Oliver's not racing today, so if Cassidy manages to finish in the points anywhere better than 7th, he will be anywhere better than 10th, so 9th, 8th or 7th, he will be beating him in the championship standings. There he will, thank you very much. He will there, which is going to be interesting to see. There it is. And let's see, hopefully the safety car's not out for too long, and the safety cars then can get their fresh tyres up to temperature, because at the moment they don't get full temperature at the moment, and what we've been said around here is what you have to do with these Formula 1 cars is brake a lot and get your tyres to temperature would be what you have to do. But as you say, all the guys who pitted, so as you can see on your screen there's a lot of guys who are on their first lap or even zero. There's 3 on their 0 laps, the rest loads are on 1 lap, and then there's 3 drivers who are on 3. So that's Irish New Potato on 3 laps, Ed on 2 laps, and Xander on 4. Everyone else is on 1 or 0 lap old tyres, and what basically that means is you need to put the throttle up, throttle down, throttle up when you can do, and brake quite rapidly, constantly, and weave to get your tyres up to temperature, because you need them up to temperature in this race. And I know that sounds a bit canny that you need them up to temperature, because if they're not up to temperature, then it is really bad for you as a racer. You lose a lot of grip, and it's not good. Just say it's not good. Here it's not. Here, as Cassidy, I think that was there, getting a penalty. So poor old him. As we're now looking at the top 5 there, coming across the line we were there. Very nice indeed. It's interesting to see really what's going to happen here with the restart. Is Irish New Potato going to throttle it straight away and get a good restart, or is Ed going to get a good restart, or is Serge, as Alad gets a 5-second time penalty for cutting the track? It says exceeding track limits, so probably just cutting the track or just going a bit wide a little bit there. Or will Luke get a good start actually, and will Luke actually try and beat Xander here? It's interesting because there's so many theories you can say on this one on the restart, but it's a restart at the end of the day that cars know what to do. It's very easy to make a mistake and do the cost you on a restart. It will. Here, as you can see right now, as we look down the order, well done, I've got to say, to Nibali. From 20th to 10th, and we've only had 23 laps of this race. We're over half-race distance, by the way, we are. And when we say over half-race distance, we are. Next lap will be 13 to go, so hopefully a safety car comes in this lap, then we'll get 13 more laps without a safety car on circuit. Would be quite nice. I don't like safety cars, I've got to say that. But for some races where I'm not doing well, safety cars are blessings, because when they come out, you know what you're going to do. And it is indeed coming in this lap. So wow, we had about 2 laps on safety car there, I think we did, or maybe even 3. It was just 2, and I think that's going to be good than it is to see. But yeah, safety cars are blessings sometimes. When you're say 6th or 7th and you're 12 seconds, but say behind your leader of the race, that is when you want to have the safety car out. Here it is. Sonic Hall gets a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits a tiny bit there. When is Irish New Potato? He's gone, and away we go now. We do for this restart the race on lap 23 out of 36 as they start. 13 laps to go this race, 13 to go now we do. As in the mid-pack of the field, there is a little bit of squabbling actually in the mid-pack there. You can see in the mid-pack as it's Alad and Mason Harris having a battle. Jay Wheel and Cassidy having a battle there. They are down the order. As you can see, we're looking at that battle now. But look at the cars there, all trying to squabble, looking left and right to find positions. Here there are, but not many finding positions. Here they're not. Why they do this, by the way, if you didn't know why they do it, and I know to all of you who are watching, you probably didn't, they're doing it because they... Oh, Nathan's out, and Cassidy's spun, and Nathan's hit the wall probably on the inside there, the opposite side of the circuit, and just spun his car around and onto the other side. Nothing I don't think is going to happen here, but Mason and Nibeni have got past Alad they have here, so Alad lost 2 positions, down to 10th he goes. And this is a lovely little restart. This is here. Everybody doing their best to stay out of trouble. But Nathan is out the race. So that's Nathan, James, TL8, Kari, Senna Martins and Maggi out the race. They are here as the virtual safety car now has been deployed. As everybody now has to slow down and only go about 80 miles an hour here. Which is not good. It's not. As Cassidy gets a drive-through penalty for going a little bit over the speed limit and for a little bit too long. There he does. As Castiel probably will come in the pits after the safety car comes out. It goes in, but I don't know. It's the virtual safety car coming in. It's normally about 40 to 50 seconds, but I don't know today. I haven't seen when it's going to come out and when it's going to go in. Look at the nice sound these cars are, by the way. Look at the sound of the cars. They're very nice sounding, and look at the cars. They're very nice cars. But as I've got to say, check out our classic championship. Whenever this does go up, maybe we've already had the classic round at Bahrain with the 2004 Williams. If we have 2004 Ferrari, sorry. If we have, then go and check it out, as we're now back green on the raceway. Here we are. So about a corner ago, we had the green flag come out to confirm that the virtual safety car is put away, and away we now do go here down to the start line. Now we go, and it looks like Irish New Potato has made that restart absolutely brilliant. It's not really well, it is kind of a restart here, as DRS now is enabled again. As into the pit lane comes Ryan Van Doom, as Cassidy's retired from the race. Cassidy somewhere on the circuit has made a mistake, or has just decided to hit the wall and crash out, as Lee there is frantically looking to try and find where that was. But here goes Serge. Can he get past Ed Williams here? No, he can't, but he might try and get past there. It looked like he was trying, but he didn't get past there, which was a surprise. But anyway, so here we go then, lap for 20. Oh no, Mason Harris has gone out. Mason Harris is out. It's at the same corner, there it is, as the others, as we have another safety car now. That is quite quick actually. 2 laps after the safety car came out, we've already had a virtual safety car in that time. So it is virtual. We've had a safety car, then a virtual, then a safety car, as we're now on board of Ryan Van Doom. Probably will see Mason Harris's car, and this might give us an idea of what happens. Oh, it's on the inside again, so maybe he just tapped that wall there, that foam wall. That is quite hard for him actually, and gone into the inside off-running or runoff area. There he did, but oh my goodness me, he's out the Grand Prix, and we're now down to 13 drivers in this race. Here we are today, as the safety car will pick them up any second now, and of course we will head around the circuit. So now as the safety car picks them up, and Irish now is around here. He is to be picked up by the safety car. It is really interesting to see, here it is, how this actually unfolds. Here it will, as he finally now gets picked up by the safety car. He does, as we now head into corner 4. Now we head into corner number 5 or 6. The bit of the corner here. Don't know if it was this corner here where we are now, or if it was not the next S we're about to go into, but the one after this, where Lewis Hamilton hit the back of Alex Albon. So one of these corners just gone, or this corner coming up now, Lewis Hamilton had a tap with Alex Albon. It was I think it was a racing incident at the end of the day. Alex Albon was coming in, Lewis Hamilton was there. Lewis Hamilton blamed himself and said it was his fault. Already knew he won the championship at that time, so he didn't really want to have penalties on his name, but he did. And I don't think it was. So to everyone who watched F1 at the time, I don't think it was a penalty. I don't think it was anyone's fault really on that side of things. So the safety car is still out on circuit. By the way, 27 laps out of 36 we have done here, and this lap here is halfway distance, as Cassidy decides he's had enough of the Grand Prix, and he retires, and he leaves the session. So there we go, retired, and he's now left the session. So let's see what's happening now with the safety car. Will he be coming out for a couple of laps, or will it be just out for this 2 laps here? Because it's going to be from 27. He's done 27. Will he do 28 and then come in, or will he do 29 as well? It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. It will. And if we do get another safety car out near the end of the race, I've had it before in the championship. I think it was maybe on SFR or maybe not. I can't remember. We only had to safety car out for 1 lap. So if it's anything between, I would say, 34, 33. 2:36, we get 1 lap behind the safety car. It could be 2, but I would highly doubt it. I really think it'll be 1 lap behind the safety car here. It will, as we're now looking at them here. So it is on lap 28. To give you the rundown of the top of the drivers, Irish New Potato leading from Ed Williams, from Serge, from Xander, from Luke Bailey, from Quintin, from J Real in 7th. 8th is Alad, 9th Sonic Hawk, 10th Nibeni. Still good result for him it will be to get a point from last position. Ryan Van Doom in 11th. 12th is the Spit Dog, and 13th is Raj DePaul. Here it is, as we are about to, hopefully, by the time the safety car heads up that little hill, we're going to get the safety car into the pit lane, and we'll be back under Ray Racing here for this one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that is the case around here. Hopefully that's the case. I'd love it to be the case, but hopefully it is. As we head up the hill now, will the safety car tally? It will, and it is coming in. Wow, I did spot on there. 2 laps then we got behind the safety car. 2 full laps we did behind the safety car there, very nicely indeed. As your leader. And that, of course, is Irish New Potato, can floor it and go away whenever he wants to. So it's up to Irish New Potato, here it is, as the safety car by now should be around nearly in the pit lane, he should here. And we're now back green, so there, by the way, where I just there, a bit further back there was the activation point. As a lad has made a mistake. A lad must have made a mistake or something because he's off. He's last now, a lad is, as we now, let's go and have a look and see what happens. Yes, he must have done, because he now only just went past the exit of the pit lane. Here he is, as he comes across the line, and oh no, he's crashed into the wall. A lad has crashed into the wall, and he's crashed himself out. Oh no, that is a shocker there for a lad. But I do believe that he's done it by himself, and that is not allowed in this league. If you do that by yourself, you probably get kicked from this league. I don't think you will be getting kicked because we've only got 1 more round to go, but it was just bad, and you will have a talk to by the stewards of this league, and some higher people who own this league will probably tell you that that was unacceptable to just go into the wall and crash yourself out of the Grand Prix. Maybe at the end of the race, when the race is finished and you come across the line, then crash, that's fine, but it's not good to crash yourself out at this point in the race where you could have at least got a finish here today. As I'm looking at Nibeni now, we are. Can he do anything here on the back of Ryan Van Doom to get a nice position here? He'll be actually wanting to get a good point finish, he will. 1 point is enough because he's potentially, I would say, or pretty much has got the race done here. As Irish New Potato 1:10.677 now for him. But yeah, it pretty much, he has done the race, so what I can say is he's done it pretty much here to the T, Irish New Potato. But let's see what Ed Williams can do, as he's close to the back of Irish New Potato. Not actually at the back of Irish New Potato, but he was close that time to try and look for a move. But the Irish New Potato now puts a frontal back down, puts his back down, he goes here, and away they go. Here they do, as Irish New Potato gets a 3-second warning time penalty now. I think maybe Ed has one already, but I'm not sure he does. So at the moment it looks like Irish New Potato could be going from bad to worse for him. Could be looking like he'll go down to about third position at the moment. But you never know, Serge and Ed could have a penalty, but I've not been keeping an eye on all the penalties. I've just been telling you about a few of them that have happened this race, as we're now looking further down at Sonic Hawk now. What can Sonic Hawk do now on the back of Ryan Van Doom? Here he can, as Ryan Van Doom now is looking like he's going to keep in the lead. But here we go then, we're now looking at Ed and Irish New Potato, as the DRS has now been enabled, so it's back up for you guys to use DRSs. Here goes Luke on the back of Xander here, and nope, he can't get through because he won't get DRS at the start line straight. That's where it won't be. And now where that line is there is where the DRS is activated, and here goes Luke then on Xander, then down the inside he goes on Xander. Has he made the move stick? Yes, he has. Lovely move from him there. Up the position he goes there. Oh no! But he gets tapped by Luke again, Xander does. And Xander into the wall hard. Oh no, that is unbelievable where it was. Looked to me like it was either Luke or Quintin who just got in the way. Into the wall he went, and out into the other side, into the off-road or run-off area he went, and into the other side wall as well. Both wheels went off, the front two did, and now the safety car is out, so they can winch that car away and pick up all the debris before their safety car comes there. So it's 31 now, the safety car's out, so I would say it'll be out to about 32, so we'll come 4-lap sprint, or it will be out until about, 33, sorry, so 4-lap sprint. Here I do, because they'll pick up the safety car on 33. On 32, sorry, they will. But you never know, it could be up to 34, we could have 35, 36, we could have 34, 35, 36, only a 3-lap little sprint to the end. So it depends really what you can have. You can have a 1-lap or 2-lap here, you can. If you have 1 lap behind it, we'll be back out at 33, and that'll be 34. That'll be 33, 34, 35, 36, that's 4 laps. Or if it comes in at the end of 33, then 34, 35, 36, and we'll have 3 laps of a little sprint racing here we will to finish off this Grand Prix. So if it stays as it is, it's Irish New Potato winning the race and putting loads of points onto his championship. Here it will do. Ed Williams will be 2nd, Serge will be 3rd, and Luke Bailey will be 4th. Here we will. Quintin will be 5th, and 6th will be Jake Wheel, which will be absolutely brilliant to see. And as well, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, the virtual racing this weekend with the Virtual GP, Canada for F1 racing you do this weekend. You have the final round of the Reserve League tomorrow, on Sunday, you do. Not tomorrow, on Sunday, sorry, you do. Which, if this goes out on Saturday, then it will be tomorrow. But if it isn't going on Saturday, then on Sunday you'll get the Reserve League. And that will be, of course, do it there you can. So there you go, just to quickly tell you there. So what basically it means is it's going to be on Sunday, and it's going to be at about 7:30 on Sunday as well at Abu Dhabi, of course it will be. Or if you are watching this and you wanting to, on Saturday and Sunday, it's a 24 hours of Le Mans on the proper esports for Le Mans. It's an esports race that Le Mans are doing. The actual 24 hours Le Mans organisers have made this on, I think it's rFactor 2 or iRacing, one of them two games they've got it on, and it should be really good to see. It should indeed, and it's going to be a full 24 hours. It'll be on Twitch, YouTube. It will be for everyone in the world. If you're watching this in Europe, I think you've got all your ESPNs. I think it's on Eurosport as well for some of you guys in Europe, and for UK as well, and Sky I think it's on as well. But YouTube and Twitch it's on as well, but I don't want to get into detail of that. But we'll be live tomorrow night. We will with this championship again. If this is coming out on Saturday, if it's not, then we'll be out live on Sunday. We will for it, if you wanted to know. So there you go. So we're looking now at the races here. Are we seeing probably safe to go in this lap to get a 3-lap sprint, which will be quite nice. Irish New Potato from Ed Williams, from Serge, from Luke Bailey, from Quintin, from J Will, from Sonic Hawk, Ryan Van Zoom. Nibeni gets 2 points, well done for him. Spit Dog will get a point if it stays as it is, and Raj DePaul, it will be for your top 11 here. It will, just to quickly give you an idea what happened with Xander again. So Xander was going to try and get back through past Luke. I think he just clipped the back wheel of Luke, hit himself, and maybe the front wheel hit the back wheel of him from Quintin. He then went into the wall on the left hand side of the circuit, then bounced off that wall, and then went into the right hand side, bounced into that wall, and then both of the front wheels went off. So that is where he retired from the race. As the safety car is coming in this lap. It's where Irish New Potato wants to set off and go quick again. Will be where we want to see it here. Or here, will he wait until safety car literally just got into the pit lane or not even in the pit lane and floor it, or will he wait till safety car actually goes in here? The game does do it for you sometimes, where if you're wanting to go quick, the game will slow you down a little bit, so you can't till safety car actually pretty much clear off. He's gone, and away we go then for green racing. Now we do another 3 laps. Away we go here. Irish New Potato gets a quality start here, he does. But what about Ed here? Is Ed going to try and get his way past here? No, Ed. It doesn't look like Ed's made his way past. No, he hasn't. But down the order goes J Wheel. J Wheel's made a mistake there. He has. Don't know what happened with J Wheel there, but he's made a mistake and he's down to last position now. J Wheel is here. As we look, there he is in the background. So maybe just clipped the wall or went off a bit wide, because that puts Spit Dog up to 9th and Raj DePaul up to 10th. Hopefully no more crashes in the end of this one here, so we do not see any more retirements. So 11 will be lovely to finish 11 more here, more than half, just one more than half the field retired there. Here it is, as we're now looking, we'll go at J Wheel. What happened, we do not know, but something happened, and it cost him a little bit of this race. As we're looking now at Irish New Potato and Ed having a battle. We won't get DRS to the last lap of the Grand Prix, by the way. Do you like DRS or not? Let us know. And do you like ERS or not? Because that would be interesting for comments. Because I watched the thing recently with Jenson Button, and he pretty much said that he doesn't like DRS. He said it's pointless and he didn't really like it. He said a few passes he does with DRS, but he don't really like it. Don't know what you think, because here goes Serge down the inside of Ed, but nope, can't get past Ed there, can't Serge. So Serge keeps himself in P3 of this Grand Prix. He does here. As we are about to finish this race, we are here. What a race this has been, by the way, to all you neutrals, all of you who actually are rooting for a driver here today. It's been a quality race today, it has, and it's been amazing. So if you want to watch the last one in Abu Dhabi, come and join us on Sunday from 7:30, and then every weekday until Wednesday night, we'll be back with that, we will. And then on the Friday, of course, we'll be back with the Historic Championship, or Classics we call it there. And then after that, we will then be probably doing maybe if you're on Discord with us, and we've been putting a vote up to see if we can do the Classics once a week, I think it will be. But I think it would be nice to do it twice a week. So Would be nice to see that, it might be in my opinion. But here we go then. About to come out the last corner now comes Irish Nude Potato, and the boards are out here telling them that we've got 35 laps completed, but the white flag waves at the line here. Does just a full white flag burst to say we're last lap here, 1:10.517 for Irish Nude Potato, fastest lap of the Grand Prix. There it is, as they blurt around now they do into corner 1, out of corner 1 now they go. Quintin gets a 3-second time penalty, that won't affect him too much. Maybe we'll put him down to about 6th or 7th there, we'll put him be 8th, and maybe put Nibeni up into 5th here, but I doubt it will do. Here it will. If you have enjoyed, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Cadwell, of course. If you have enjoyed, please do smash like and subscribe, and comment down below as well if you've enjoyed this, because that'll be interesting to let your opinions know if you like kind of more of a race that is not being live or not. Let us know. And yeah, if you do like me, Cadwell, commentating, then I do every classic championship from now on. I will would be what I do now, because there's one more round. One more round of the proper championship left. We're going to do the classics. We will always done. We're now here. He comes into the final corner now. He turns. Irish Nude Potato for the Ferrari team. His team will be sticking their hands out in real life. He wins the Grand Prix here. 2nd is Ed. 3rd is Serge. 4th is Luke. 5th is Quintin. 6th is Quintin, it looks like there, because there was Nibeni, I think, gets the P5. Spitdog gets 7th on the end of that one. There he does. But there you go. That is the end of the Grand Prix. What a race that was there here for the Reserve League in Brazil. Here it was, absolutely brilliant, as we're now going to see the podium. Here we are, but it is Irish Nude Potato winning the race, and he will gain a second, pick up his trophy, and say woohoo to the team. There he goes, he's really happy. They're the Ferrari team clapping and cheering for him. They are there. As now the champagne. As there we go then, there is your champagne being sprayed. It is there. Very nice indeed. As they then point the champagne up, celebrate with each other, they will on the podium here. They will, just to say well done, they will, and that is it. So let's quickly have a look at your finishers then. So it is Irish Nude Potato winning, Ed Williams 2nd, Serge 3rd, Luke Bailey 4th, 5th was Nibeni at the end, Quintin 6th, 7th Spitdog, 8th Raj DePaul, and 9th was Ryan Van Doom, 10th was Sonic Hawk, and 11th was J Will. And then the rest of the finishers, who we're going to see in a second, did not finish the race. If you did enjoy today, ladies and gentlemen, please do smash like, please do subscribe, and I've been Cadwell, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.